The high road is dedicated to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, past, present, and future. Meet Keith Warren. As a 30-year veteran of the outdoor industry and devoted conservationist, this outdoor television icon has hunted across America and around the world, showing you big game, educating outdoorsmen.
Yeah, this is good!
And uniting all hunters.
Thank you for this experience. This is a great hunt.
That's Keith Warren, and this is the high road.
Now this is a working cattle ranch. Out here it is not uncommon at all to see the hogs and the cattle all bunched up together, all moving around. Well, today on this hunt I've decided to go after feral hogs. And the best place I know where to do it that's convenient for me and convenient for just about anybody, anywhere you are in the country, is to come about 30 minutes north of Houston, Texas. And folks, this place is wild. Hunting with air guns has really gained in popularity over the past couple of years, primarily because hunters are realizing that these air guns, they're high performance, man. I mean, they're capable of doing some real good work. And hunters are understanding that, but lately what's happened is with the ammo scare and the ammo scarcity out there that you can't hardly find it anywhere, a lot of guys are turning to air guns in order, well, because they can buy pellets. You can buy 22 caliber pellets, and a 22 power GAMO, it will get the job done like you won't believe. All right, why hunt with an air gun? Why hunt with a bow? Why hunt with a rifle? Because you want to, because you have the freedom to, because it's fun, because it's effective, because it creates more of a challenge, and when you succeed, it makes you feel good about yourself. And so why hunt with an air gun? Because I want to.
Deer season is relatively short. When hunting season's over, I don't like it. So I got a GAMO air rifle, and it has opened up all kinds of possibilities. Today's air rifles are not the same kind of air rifles that we grew up shooting. They're not little plinkers. These are hunting precision air rifles that are, well, they're precision air rifles, and they are shooting machines. It's pretty doggone hot. Typical day in East Texas, overlooking a mud hole that the pigs have been coming in and refreshing themselves after a muggy day. And so got a lot of cumulus clouds in the sky. I know this booger shoots real well, but I need to have it closed because I've got to have good penetration with that projectile. The wind doesn't change, we got this licked. Oh, look at the little spotted one right there. Oh, that's a cute one. I like that guy right there. What do you think? Oh, that's pretty extreme. That's not a real big one, but that right there is a real good eating one. But again, this is the 22. It's still relatively early, and we're going to stay put here and just see. Who knows? Maybe something else is going to come in, but that one right there. That's the cool thing about shooting them where you do in the brain. There's no tracking, but that one right there, it'll be a little bit wet and muddy. Perfect for a one-meal pig.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by GAMO Precision Air Rifles. Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, 99%. OpticsPlanet.com. Keith Warren's Texas Hidden Springs Ranch, the best value in Texas trophy deer hunting. And Gravedigger Broadheads by No Limit Archery. Watch The High Road in HD at highroadhunting.com.
Hi, I'm Kendall with OpticsPlanet.com, and you're watching The High Road with Keith Warren.
If you're going to be a successful hunter, stand placement is really paramount. Something that I found is that I like to use roads. And what I do is I will wind up taking my pop-up blind or build a ground blind and do it right next to a road. The reason why is because typically the animals, they like to travel roads. They'll stay in the brush and the thick woods most of the days, but they'll come out and they'll travel the roads. I try to find an area that the animals are already coming by. On this particular spot, there's a little water hole, a hog wall, if you will, and there's a bunch of animals sign around it. And so it's a good area, but the reason to set it up by the road and rather back in the woods is I can get in and out of it real easily. You'll notice I've got a game camera set up here, and I'm gonna try to hunt this stand with a bow or an air gun or something where I'm gonna need close range. Next off, it's a funnel point because I've got a water hole right here, and I've got the woods right here. It's a natural funnel point. And so you'll notice I've got a game camera set up here. I can take a picture of everything that walks through here. And the cool thing about hunting a road, I can get in and out of the stand without the animals knowing that I'm even around. And what I mean by that, I can get a buddy to drive me by, drop me off, and literally hop in the stand. He drives off, the animals don't pay any attention. So roads are really good places to set up a ground blind.
These are hunting precision air rifles that are shooting machines.
22 power GAMO, it will get the job done like you won't believe.
You know, I've had people ask me a lot, what's a good pig? And I'll say the only good pig's a dead pig, really. I mean, you start getting in some areas around the south and the pigs are really causing a problem, so I don't discriminate. I'll kill them all. Ooh, ooh, look at that. Oh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We may have a chance to bust another one before dark. I said I was going to wait for a big one, but that's big enough for me. All right. Here we go, brain shot. Got him. Got him. You see that? Right in the brain. So, all right. 2 different shots I've been doing tonight. I've been doing right in the ear canal or right below the ear canal in the brain. And then that one right there was right in the brain, the frontal shot right between the eyes and about an inch up.
So here's what they look like. They're not real big, but boy, they're gonna be good to eat. I wanna point out, all of them have brain shots. Look at this one right here, a frontal brain shot, right above the eye, about the size of a little 50-cent piece. Boom, instant death. This one right here, took it in the ear canal, right near the ear canal, went in, instant death in the brain. And this one did the exact same thing. You know, hunting pigs, a lot of fun. You can do it year round, there's no limit. And they are exceptional table fare. These guys right here, I got enough for about 3 barbecue sandwiches for some big hungry guys. But you know, the hunting out here is a lot of fun. They hunt year round. It's extremely affordable. If y'all want more information about coming out here and hog hunting, you need to give my friend Billy Reeves a call. He can take care of you. I've been out here countless times, and I've never been out here where I've not had opportunities at pigs. They may not be big all the time, but if I had had my bow, I guarantee I'd have zipped a couple of really good ones. But I had my little GAMO, my Bull Whisper Extreme, and I came out here to show you what it would do on pigs. I wish they were a little bit bigger, but they're big enough to show you a real good example of what they'll do on a pig like this, or a big old jackrabbit, or a prairie dog, or a coyote, or shoot, even a big pig for that matter, because it's all shot placement.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Reconyx Game Cameras, Savage Arms, Record Rack, OpticsPlanet.com, Nature Blinds, and Jarden Consumer Solutions, makers of the Game Saver.
Hi, I'm Jeremy with OpticsPlanet.com, and you're watching The High Road with Keith Warren.
TANNERITE brand binary exploding rifle targets presents viewer feedback.
Dear Mr. Warren, I'm a new big game hunter and would like your advice on rifle caliber for whitetail deer. There are a lot of odd calibers out there and it's confusing for a novice like me. Sincerely, Brett Stevens. Brett, that is such a good question. I can see why it's confusing. Personally, I like either a 270 or a 30-06. Both of them you can find ammunition just about anywhere, and they're big enough not just to use for a whitetail deer or a mule deer, but heck, you can take big animals, bear, elk, and I've even taken a moose with a well-placed shot off a 270. But I would recommend looking at rifles anywhere from a 243 up to the 30 calibers, and probably stay away from a 300 Win Mag, especially if you're a new hunter. And the reason why is a 300 Win Mag is a heck of a caliber, but it's really not a good caliber for a new shooter because it has a lot of recoil. So for me, I like the 270 and 30-06, and I don't blame you for being confused, and I hope I've been a help. Oh, this ought to be a really good spot. What we have here, this is an old feeder, cattle feeder that is still being used. And this is a cattle operation. And what winds up happening, these pigeons early in the morning will come in. I don't know where they roost, where they spend the night, but in the morning, you can see them swarming around. They're swarming around like crazy, and what they'll wind up doing is land out here and they'll feed. Ooh, we got them all over here. They'll wind up feeding right here, and once they get full, they're going to go back to roost during the day. But right now you can see that there's hundreds of them swarming and swarming. All I'm hoping for is to get a shot. Now sometimes you can see these guys sitting in trees, and if we can pick them off out of trees, that's beautiful, because shooting an air rifle in a tree, now this may offend some squirrel hunters and I don't want to offend anybody, but shooting a little pellet, a small pellet in a tree, in my opinion, is it's a whole lot safer than shooting a 22 long rifle caliber bullet in the tree. And the reason why is just when it comes down, and it's going to come down, it doesn't have the kinetic energy that a little 22 bullet does. And so I'm always a big nut about gun safety, and so I like shooting them out of trees with a pellet rifle. And this is about as good and sweet shooting a pellet rifle as you can get. But right now, they're fixing to land. Got him, look at that. This is GAMO's Whisper G2 in 22 caliber. As far as velocity goes, it shoots 975 feet per second with a PBA pellet. The trigger is about as good as you can get. It's a two-stage trigger, and they call it a smooth action trigger. And folks, this is about as good a trigger as a deer rifle has. Oh, Mr. Pigeon, look at that now.
This right here, they're beautiful colored. I mean, and they're like a supersized mourning dove. Look at that, just punch him right through the wing, perfect right through the breast. But pigeons come in all different colors. This is just I would call a standard. But I want to point this out. And this is a cattle feedlot operation, and the one thing that I'm doing is I'm taking advantage of, I love to hunt. It's summertime. Where do you hunt? There's not much hunting season anywhere, but for pigeons it's 24/7 down here in Texas, and hunting at a cattle yard, they really don't want you doing it with a 22 long rifle, okay? They don't mind it if you're shooting a GAMO. A GAMO is accurate, safe, and extremely lethal, and I had to take advantage of these pigeons, and anyway, you get a lot of hunting opportunity. That's a nice pigeon to get things started. When I show up with a GAMO, I mean, they go, yeah, you're in.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Burt Coyotes, Luminoc and Lumineros, Shadow Hunter, your total comfort hunting blind, Elevators, your easy way up, Walls, oil field camo. It's not just a pattern, it's a way of life. Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, beyond 99%. And BSA Optics.
For several years now, I've been wearing oil field camouflage on our television program. And when they sent it to me, I thought, boy, I mean, we need another camouflage pattern in this industry like we need a tax increase. And all of a sudden I started looking more closely at the pattern. I want to show it to you. Okay, you'll notice on it, it has pump jacks and helicopters and offshore rigs, all kinds of equipment that appears in the oil field. Valves, stems, all kinds of oil field equipment. Helicopters, I mean, it's got it all on there, and it's good camouflage. I've used it all the way from Canada and Mexico and everywhere in between, had great success with it. But why wear it? Not just because it's successful, it's because it's like wearing a jersey. It's like becoming a part of a fraternity, if you will. Here's what I'm talking about. The most important industry in our world is the oil and petroleum industry. And what better way to celebrate it than by wearing the colors, and the colors are oil field camo. So the way I look at it, it may be politically incorrect for some people to support the most important industry in our world, and I think that's pretty foolish, but I support them. And I'd ask for you to check out oil field camo, because you know what? It's not just a pattern. You're saying something when you wear oil field camo. You're supporting the most important industry in the world. Conditions are absolutely perfect. If you look behind me here, you'll see an old barn. It's full of feed. And lots of stuff lives around here, folks. I mean, we've got feral hogs, and there's some deer, but there's lots of pigeons too. And although most hunters come out here and wind up hunting with archery equipment or with rifles, I have decided to come out here with an air gun today. And the reason why, air guns are starting to become one of the most popular segments of the shooting industry. This is GAMO's Whisper G2 rifle. The stock from one end to the other is pure quality. It's durable, it's comfortable, and all I know is if you're a serious air gun shooter or you like to hunt, you ought to be picking up an air rifle, because it will open up all kinds of opportunities for you. All right, boy, that's gonna be a long shot right there. Okay, do you see? I was gonna say, do you see the one that's walking, pecking? Yeah, they're all doing that. That was pretty good right there. That was about a 45-yard shot. And he just keeled over now. Yeah, baby, look at that. Now that right there, this one's pretty too. I wound up, this one right here flew about, I don't know, probably 60 yards, but he's a nice one. The deal is, pigeon hunting is a lot of fun, and there's no limit. They're great to eat. What we're gonna do, this right here is the GAMO's Whisper G2 air rifle. It comes in a kit, topped off with a GAMO scope, and for a guy that likes hunting, and sometimes hunting around barnyard animals and barns and outbuildings and people, that GAMO gets me in places that a 22 long rifle never would. We're gonna take cover and see if we get some more of these bad boys.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Diamond Down Thermal Gear, the world's most effective thermal apparel for hunting. Kamel Taxidermy Studio of New Braunfels, Texas, is proud to be the exclusive taxidermy studio for Keith Warren and the High Road.